Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Locon23. You're joining me for Fallout Shelter on the PC, Secret Agent Person 4 of 6, Sabotage. Counter a plot to poison the vault's water supply. We found some worrying information in the documents retrieved from the raider base. It appears they made a camp in a nearby uranium mine to poison our water supply. We need to send someone to stop this discreetly, of course. And as it doesn't scroll, stop it. There, okay, so it was at the bottom. Ugh, don't you hate that? It's like, you're scrolling up. You're, scrolling up, come on. But yes. They're coming to poison our well. Oh my, they're coming to poison our well. Ho! And we're going to take them away. Haha. So how are all of you doing? Today is Wednesday, officially. When this will be uploaded, hopefully Wednesday. Depends on when Choices gets uploaded today. I'm also backstocked about 5 episodes of Fallout Shelter as it is. So this may be Thursday or Friday. With that being said, we did the diamond version of Most Wanted. Got the first chapter out, or 2 parts out. It's a long one. And then I was going to do more, but unfortunately, my mood was not the best. I was going through a thing. Not really going to go into deep discussion about it. Let's just put it this way. You ever miss somebody in your life? You ever lost somebody in your life? And you know, for me it's more difficult, because if you lost somebody. Hold on here. Okay. Anyway, if you ever lost somebody that you really care about, it's hard. Some people accept it. For me, I have basically an eidetic memory. So when I remember, and there's a couple triggering songs for me, which we're not going to go into. And then yesterday was just all in all a bad day. Hey, how come you get to wear the radiation suit? It's bad enough the boss had us poisoning people with radioactive materials. Least you could do is give us adequate protection. Maybe we should just leave this raider clan? He's not even protecting you from undercover saboteurs. The boss doesn't care about your health. Well, he did give us these. They're only a month past expiration date. Well, thank you for giving me Radaway. Okay. For me, it's a bit harder, because you remember certain things. And for me, I relive them. And it's hard to, especially when you're pulled into something really strong enough to remember, it's hard to pull out. Aha! Sexual pun there, too. No, seriously, though. I was trying to add humor to things to make them less awkward for me, or to just change the subject. So, yeah, some days suck. Especially when it's around the time you lost the person that you're really thinking about. Let's put it that way. And it's weird for me, because the person that I was thinking about, I consider a soulmate. And when that person's yanked out of your life, even when it was a while back, it's not like, for me, when I lost my grandma, who raised me, and I pretty much called her mom, I got emotional, but I didn't get that emotional. I stayed tough. I had to stay tough because I take care of my special needs brothers. And I didn't really get that emotional. Well, look what the rad roach has dragged in. You're too late. We've spiked your water supply with radioactive waste. We've used very low doses to avoid detection. You'll all be dead in a matter of decades. Mwahaha. Yeah, you're an idiot. And you'll be dead in a matter of seconds. If you're gonna cheat and use weapons, didn't you pull out weapons yourself? Ooh, she flipped. I like when they do melee. A lot of times, melee will give you these animations. That's cool. Almost one shot. The parrot is more entertaining than him shooting. But no, when I lost my grandma, which was about 5-6 years ago. She pretty much was the woman who raised me. Home life was not adequate. We're not gonna get into that. But you know, I didn't. When you're connected with somebody, you know, really connected with someone, it's completely different. They especially feel a different part of your heart, a different part of your soul. If, you know, that's the whole point of being considered a soulmate. So, a lot of people, and I've heard stories where, you know, a person will die and the person they're in love with, and vice versa, will die shortly thereafter because of a broken heart. You know, they just couldn't handle it. And I've actually seen that. I've actually got to see it. My great-grandma, oh, long story short, my great-grandfather had brain cancer, and my grandmother and their family did not tell my grandmother. And at the time, my grandmother, or great-grandmother, excuse me, and basically my and my great-grandfather, they were separated at the time, right? So, you know, he got really distant because of the brain cancer and everything, and people then took it into consideration that, you know, he may be, you know, not talking to me for a while, or doing things weird, or things like that. Well, he died. And, at the time I was really young, but I was still young enough to remember the whole situation with that. Well, my family chose to keep it a secret from my grandmother for several months, because they flat out knew, one, they were busy fighting over his shit. And two, they knew that the minute she found out, she would die. And pretty much that's what happened. When my great-grandmother finally was told by her family, she became extremely distant and started going downhill very, very fast. Figure out open this while I'm telling this. So she went downhill and died in practically just a couple weeks. She kind of lost her mind. Oh, cool, we got a follower. She pretty much lost her mind. And for me, I have found reasons. The person that I lost was taken from me in a car accident. She was with her family, and they pretty much, from what I was told, because then she was in the process of moving, but we were still promising to keep contact. However, when she was in the car, her father was driving, mother was with her, and, pretty much, you know, unfortunately, died. When I was told, I broke down. And I was already going through a really tough time in my life, and, so yeah. However, other things and other avenues, which, you know, who knows, if y'all want to get to know me sometime, maybe I could do more of this, kind of self-disclosing, because my life is a war, tragedy, drama-filled, just things that I have experienced, a lot of people have never. So, you know, maybe my experiences might one day, I just don't like, I've tried typing and I've tried writing pages and pages and pages, but when I go back through to proofread and everything, I look at it and I look at my story and I get really goddamn depressed. And when you say it audio and you just leave it, you just walk away. It's a lot easier than when you're reading it. So yeah. Plus, people aren't typically in the business to read a really sad life story. They typically want funny or humor, pranks, or they want where someone's been put in pain because of something else. Things of that nature, let's put it that way. So right now we're making military fatigues. We only had one. They're really nice ones, the officer fatigues. We only had one, so that's why I'm waiting. She's got but the other two, my other team members, they don't. We need all three. But this is the undercover. Surprisingly, they're gonna let you. Oh, this is a Horseman Apocalypse, but you go undercover. That's cool. I guess we'll do this real quick. So if you stay to the end, I guess you get a little peek of something. Oh, but I've been fighting. I've been fighting also off a little bit of illness. But then at the same time, fighting off great depression. Because I have to stay alive for my special needs brothers that I take care of. Though sometimes you sit and you wonder, would they be better off without you? And that is a discussion for another time. Like I said, I could talk in great depth about what I think about. Brought to you by a horn in the background. Every Wednesday, tested for if there's a national disaster. Quick, let me run to my fallout shelter. Oh wait, we're already here. I normally am not a person who likes talking about my feelings. Let's put it that way. It gets really depressing, and I just typically, a lot of my friends would go, "Do you want to talk about it?" I'm like, no, I don't like talking about shit. But it's nice. It's nice in the sense that you get some release from it, and maybe it'll help other people, and maybe, I don't know. I did a video a few years back. It was a private dinner party. You're not invited. I was totally invited. I guess we'll add Dweller to the menu. Aw, that's so thoughtful of you. I'm glad you could make considerations for this last minute booking. Where's the rest of everyone? What was I gonna say? I lost track of my thoughts. Something. Oh, we got a pet. Okay, I can live with that. The nukes are coming. Trump started World War III. Oh god, we're all gonna die. Alright, we're moving on. I don't know where I left off. I lost my track of thought. Who knows? Who cares? I'm sure you don't want to hear about it. Until next time. Hope you guys did enjoy the content. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And, you know, like I said, if y'all want to ever talk, especially if you're having a problem, you want someone to talk to you about some shit, I'm a great listener. And also have some sage advice, because I've been on this world and been through, like I said, a lot of shit that most should never have to endure, especially as a child, but especially as a person, period. So until next time, look forward to these other ones. We've got Labor of Love. We got to finish the Valentine's. We got to finish their outfits, which let's see how close, how far they are. That's right, it's this room. 2 hours. So we're getting those outfits done. So that's good. So until next time, folks, have a good one.